Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm your host, Mike. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Today, it's going to be a little different episode. I've got some movies that's apparently a kind of a, resurgence into the Western movie. I've noticed for the past 5-10 years, maybe even, I don't know if it goes back that far, but where maybe you go to Walmart on Tuesday or something and you start seeing some of these movies. But I've started noticing like a lot of newer, modern-made Westerns kind of down there. And there's bunches of them. There's tons of them. So I started kind of delving into them. I grabbed a couple at the dollar store and just see what these are like, you know. And they're pretty hit and miss, but there's a bunch of them. And something I've noticed is that country singer Trace Adkins seems to be in every other one. I mean, he's made a really big career change to being in these Westerns, you know, mainly in these Western movies and stuff. But I want to go over a few of them that I've got. I got one that's a really excellent one, I believe. And the other thing about some of these Westerns made now, a lot of the 80s and 90s stars, you know, show up in them, like people like Jason Patric and Tom Skerritt, people like that, you know, well-known people at older age, and they start showing up in these and stuff. So let's get right to it. I found this at a Dollar General store one day. This is going to be part one, by the way, part one of, I'm going to call it modern made Westerns, just to kind of, I don't know, maybe I can come up with a better title than that, but it's going to be Westerns that have been made in the last few years, you know, kind of a new renaissance of Westerns. So anyways, I found this at the Dollar General store. It wasn't very much. I thought I would grab it. It's got an interesting cast in it. This is a movie called Big Kill, and what's cool about it is the cast. I mean, it's got Danny Trejo, Jason Patric, Lou Diamond Phillips, haven't seen him in anything in a long time, Christoph Sanders, and Michael Bluray, which I've noticed he pops up in a lot of these too. But Big Kill, pretty good. I put it on, and within the first 20 minutes or so, I was kind of like, is this going to be this the whole time? Because to me, it was like getting to know the two main leads was slightly rough for me at first. But once I kind of got used to their, you know, camaraderie, I guess, if you will, started enjoying it better. And the movie starts unfolding better. And really, you know, invested my attention in it. I mean, it was really good after that. But anyways, it's really good. These two guys, buddies, they're kind of like just drifters, I guess. One's kind of a ladies' man. The other, you know, the other guy's kind of the more serious, kind of the brother's keeper of the other guy and stuff, and everything. But you know, he's still a good guy. He's not super serious or anything. But they're two different personalities, and they kind of wander into this town. They barely get out of Mexico. Danny Trejo's a captain of the Mexican army, and basically he's trying to capture them, and they make it over the border just in time and stuff like that. And that's when the movie changes for me and it starts getting better. They basically end up in this small fort, like it was Fort something, you know, blah blah. And they get there, and once they leave the fort and basically go on the road to this town, that's when it gets better, and it gets to this town and everything's cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think on these, I'm going to give it like a 1 to 5 scale, just on these modern made Westerns. 5 being excellent to 1 being don't waste your time. Or if you're like to take a bet or gamble a little bit, you can take that one. But with this one, I would say it's a solid 4.5, maybe 4. It's just that first part I really just kind of, you know, because you'll either like the leads or you won't probably. But Big Kill is pretty good. Highly recommend that, guys. Next up, this is my favorite out of this group. This is a movie I've heard a lot about. This one does have Trace Adkins in it. It's called Old Henry. And this is a movie starring Tim Blake Nelson, who's been in a lot of what do you call it? Is it the Coen Brothers movies and stuff? He's been in a lot of cool stuff. Definitely a great character actor of the last 20 years for sure. But this is a movie that's got Stephen Dorff. He plays a bad guy. You know, he was started as kind of a child actor and everything. It's got Scott Hayes, Gavin Lewis, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's got an ending that's kind of, you know, believable, maybe not believable. It's got some backstabbing. It's got some great use of guns and weapons, some great shootouts, some little inventive scenes and stuff like that. But we, by the end of the movie, find out more about the Tim Blake Nelson character, which sorry, I have to lift my glasses, but I can't read. It seems like I'm trying to think of what his name is. But anyways, it's really good. It's entertaining. I don't even think it's that long. I mean, it's like, you know, almost an hour, 40 minutes, something like that. But yeah, very entertaining and definitely worth a pickup. You can get this on Amazon. Next up, this is one I found in Walmart, of all places. Started look. This is where I started seeing these a lot too, like New Movie Day. You start seeing these like westerns down on the bottom, you know, kind of the cheapy movies, kind of sometimes, or they used to be, but anymore they're like you can find some really good stuff in there, you know, or at least how this one Walmart is set up that I go to. But yeah, I took a chance on this one. I think it was only $5, I believe. It's got a slip case and everything on, pretty nice feel. It's called Catch the Bullet. This one stars Tom Skerritt, Peter Facinelli, and Jay Pickett. Here's a saying under there: "The sun never sets on vengeance." So yes, this is a movie about vengeance. I think it's the Jay Pickett character plays a renowned marshal / bounty hunter or something like that and stuff. So he's on the road a lot. I think his wife had died. He's got a teenage son. The teenage son is basically being kind of looked after by Tom Skerritt. I think Tom Skerritt was his wife's father or something like that. So he doesn't have a great relationship with his son. And one day, a notorious outlaw gets released from prison. He's somebody that he sent up. The marshal sent to prison, so he's getting his revenge, and comes to his house. He's not home because he's always on the road. So he basically shoots Tom Skerritt, injures him, and kidnaps the son. So it kind of turns into a road movie at that point, kind of horse on the road movie. And basically, you know, the father has to, you know, get out on the road and track these guys down and stuff. And there's some good shootout scenes, some good unexpected stuff, but very entertaining. I really like this. I'd probably give this a 4 out of 5, and really nice. Catch the Bullet. It's through Lionsgate released it, so it's pretty quality, pretty good quality. So there you go, Catch the Bullet. And finally, guys, this is a movie I picked up at Dollar General store. This is probably one of the first ones I picked up. I started making a small little stack of these after a few months. This was a movie called A Fistful of Lead, which is, you know, the title's kind of intriguing, especially if you like spaghetti western movies and stuff like that. There was A Fistful of Lead made back in the 70s, which was a kind of based on Fistful of Dollars, which made that famous. But this movie, I did not like it. I just didn't get into it. Wasn't well made. I didn't really like the look of it. It was kind of amateurish acting and just the script, and I don't know, it wasn't believable. It didn't have the feel. You know, if you can't get into a period movie and kind of get into the feel of the movie, you know, like you're in the 1800s, then you're never going to believe the movie and you're never going to buy into the story. So, but anyways, A Fistful of Lead, I would give this maybe 2 stars. I mean, someone else might grab this and watch it and really love it and have all this stuff to say about it. But, you know, I've watched a lot of Westerns in my time, and I just did not enjoy this one. It's pretty, you know, it's just okay. I mean, it's based on a botched robbery. Kind of that's where it opens. They're having this robbery, and I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it. I know you don't hear me say that much, but I really can't recommend it. But anyway, Fistful of Lead. But hey, that's what happens. You know, you go to a dollar store, you find one for $2. You're taking a chance. So, but it's worth it. You know, I mean, everything. I found some good ones that way. But I've also realized that Amazon has a bunch of these that you can start looking for them, because there's a bunch made. Like I said, Trace Atkins seems like he's in every other one. And you start seeing some older actors from the 80s and 90s. You know, your Lou Diamond Phillips and Tom Skerritt's and people like that start showing up in there. Lou Diamond was in the Big Kill movie. He was pretty good as a flamboyant gunfighter, kind of the right-hand man of the mayor or whatever. And I thought his performance was good and stuff like that. I actually, was it to Jason Patrick? I don't know. Jason Patrick's in it too. Looks like he's had some plastic surgery. He doesn't look like the hunky Jason Patrick from the 80s and Lost Boys and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of keep your eye out, because you got stars and stuff show up in these and everything. So pretty good. So this is going to be the first installment of modern-made Westerns. For lack of a better name, that's what I'm going to call it. It's going to be basically made based on movies made in the last 5 to 10 years. You know, these Western movies that, you know, you see comes out on videos every week. I mean, there's been a big resurgence in these. It's from what I've noticed and stuff. And before, I just kind of looked at it like, meh, you know. But, you know, they're so cheap and affordable that they're worth taking chances on and stuff. And I've found some pretty good ones so far. So there'll be another installment coming soon, and hope you guys liked this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments on what you think about this new resurgence, and recommendations or anything like that. And thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys later. I gotta get back on watching the pile of movies. So I'll see you guys later.